Have you ever heard that soccer players should not train like bodybuilders in the gym? Well, this is mostly good advice. But you know what's even worse than that? When soccer players eat like bodybuilders. And this is something I've started to see a lot on social media. Soccer influencers encouraging young players to essentially eat like bodybuilders. And what does that mean? Well, mostly what that means is eating exclusively clean foods and low calories, often demonizing high carbs and what's called junk foods or processed foods. But here's the thing, bodybuilders are not eating for performance. They're eating to get lean and look good on stage. Soccer players, on the other hand, eat for performance. So, diets for soccer players and bodybuilders should look fundamentally different. So, why do they say you have to eat only clean foods, or at least not processed junk foods? Well, the argument they usually make is that if you eat clean, you will feel better and have more energy. Now, the problem with this argument is that's not based in any nutritional scientific research. The fact of the matter is, a lot of processed foods and so-called junk foods are actually going to be better for energy than whole foods. So, soccer players can actually get away with eating more of these foods than a bodybuilder could. So, is there any half-truths to this? Well, of course. You can't exclusively eat candy, ice cream, pizza, and burgers. You do need some more nutrient-dense foods. However, this is how I want you to look at it as an athlete. There are 4 things you should consider, and in this order. Number 1, calories. Athletes burn a lot of calories through training and games. You need to eat enough calories. Number 2, macronutrients. Your carbs, fats, and proteins. And unlike in bodybuilding, protein is not the most important thing. You do need enough protein for both muscle growth and recovery. However, carbohydrates are king for athletes. That's your primary energy source. And you need to get some of those from simple sugar. So fruit juice, sports drinks, even ice cream, candy, pizza, burgers, those are okay. You need the fats to keep yourself healthy, keep your hormones in line. Then we start worrying about micronutrients and fiber. And this is why we can't exclusively eat so-called junk foods or ultra-processed foods. We need some of those nutrient-dense whole foods to make sure we're healthy. And we need to get enough fiber. Now with fiber, we have to have a little nuance. Too much fiber could upset your stomach. So ease in with the fiber and increase it as you can tolerate. And number 4, and this one's very, very important, eat based on foods that you can handle and feel good in your stomach. If you eat something and you feel like crap at training the next day, you probably shouldn't eat that at training again. However, sometimes foods that don't seem like the appropriate food are perfectly fine. A good example of this, Usain Bolt famously ate McDonald's before he broke the 100-meter dash world record. Why did he eat McDonald's? That doesn't seem like a proper sports performance food. Well, the main reason is this. He got his calories, macronutrients, and he knew how it would feel in his stomach before a race. And since he felt good, that's what he ate, and he broke the record. You can do the same. All right, guys, that's what I have for sports nutrition for soccer players. Until the next video, peace.